Hello everyone and welcome to this new Picotron tutorial. Today we're going to learn how to do that GUI stuff on Picotron, and I'll tell you, it's not that hard, it's actually easy. So the first thing I like to do when doing GUI stuff is having all my GUI on a separate file. We're just going to add a new file to our project, gui.lua, and include this file in our main.lua. Alright, so to start off, we have to create our GUI. So we define it by GUI equals to create GUI. Then we can start adding elements to our GUI. So I do local menu bar, we call it however we want. Then we do GUI attach. We create our GUI element by attaching it to our GUI. By doing this, we add some methods to our menu bar, which aren't added by default. Inside, we have to define where our menu bar, our element, is stored, where it's located. We just say x equal to 0, y equal to 0, width equals to, let's say, 480, which is our screen width of Picotron, and height, let's say it's equal to 10 or maybe 20. Okay, then we can add one method, which is draw. Inside here we should have a function, and we do it like this. What is self? Self is the element we're working with, its menu bar. So let's do something like rect fill to make our element appear, and let's make it start from 0, 0 to self.width, self.height. So this is, as you can see, 480, and this is 20. All right. Then we give it a color like 6, which is gray, and we don't see anything. Why is that? It's because we have to add something in our main.lua, which is the GUI we defined here, draw all. By doing this, by calling this method, we make the GUI draw everything it has inside. In this case, only the draw method of menu bar. But if we had more, like in a second, then it's going to call all these functions separately, but all in one time here. So let's run it. And here is our menu bar. Okay. This is just how I do things, and you're going to see in a minute why I do things this way. I know you could have just did rect fill here and got the same result, but you're gonna see in a minute why I do things this way. So now we can attach something to our menu bar. So let's do something like file button equals to menu bar attach. So now we will attach something to our menu bar. Let's make it its x equal to 0, its y equal to 0, its width maybe, I don't know, 50, and its height, we can do something like this, menu bar dot height. So file button has the same height of menu bar. Now let's make it appear. So we can do the same thing, right? I can even do a new function, fill bg, which means fill background, and just have a color inside it. Look at this. I want to do this for simplicity because we can't always do this thing, right? It's too long. So now I can just do fill background with any number I want, like 7, and it's gonna do it. Or let's do 8 just to make it viewable, and here we like 6. So we also have to pass self, which is the element we want to fill, obviously. And here it is. Alright? Alright, here we have our button. Now, let's add to it. I'll print something like this could work. Yeah. So here we have our button. Now, what I want you to realize is that if I do something like this, like for example, I want the menu bar to be a little lower, I can do something like this, 40. Okay, I change the menu bar Y element, and everything that's attached in the menu bar, like the file button, goes down. And as you can see, I still have 6 and 7, right? I don't have 47. I still have 6 and 7 because this print starts from here, and this y actually isn't 0 but is 40. But why do we write 0? Because this element is just attached to menu bar, so it's like the file button screen starts from 0 to 40, okay, in this case. But we want it up right now. So this is why we do things this way with attach, because it makes everything easier when you have a lot of elements. You can see now another cool thing about this. Let's add another btn, right? And call it edit. And let's make it start from file btn.x plus file btn.width. So by doing this, we tell it to start where file button finishes. Alright, so let's change this to edit, and maybe let's give it another color just to see it. Here it is. Alright, so if we go do this, as you can see, it goes down, everything goes down. Alright, we can also have another bar, a button bar, and these are called all containers. Now some of you may know that in Picotron you can also do button equals to menu bar attach button. I know this exists, but I don't like it because they're actually limited, a lot limited on what you can do. I like to have my buttons as containers because then I can do anything with them. So it's very easy. Every container we made has some other methods like update, but they also have click, alright? Not only that, but they also have release and they have tap. Alright, with these things we can do a lot. Let's see what we can do. So we can add a boolean called clicked and give it a false default value. In click we do clicked equal to true, actually self clicked equal true, because we want this clicked, and to get anything here we have to do self dot. That's why we give it as a value in this function. On release we make clicked equal to false. The button is no longer clicked. Now we can change the drawing and we could do something like if self dot clicked then. So this is the same as saying self click equal to true, actually equal to true, but we don't care right now. Just saying self dot clicked is enough. So if self dot clicked, the button should be, let's make it like 0, else if it's not clicked, 8. Let's try now. It doesn't work. Why? It's because we have to do the same thing we did here. We have to do it here. Update all. Since the click function is like doing things on the update function. I wanna get this on top again. Alright. So the button is clickable, right? Now, this thing is no good. I don't like doing things like this when we only have to check one thing to change one value, right? So what I like to do is something like this. Fill bg self, and then we do self dot clicked and 0 or 8. This is the same as doing this, alright? Let's see. It still works with just one line. What does this mean? This means that if self.clicked is true, color of fill background is 0. If not, it's 8. Simple. It's the same thing we did here. So we can do this on the edit button also, right? Replace file button with this one. Alright. As you can see, it works. Okay, but now how do we make things happen? We're going to see this top function we just made. This is how I do things personally, but you can do it however you want. Okay, so what is the difference between these three things? So obviously a click is when I just click on the thing. As soon as I click, the click function gets called. Okay, a release, it's when after clicking I release the click. A tap is when after clicking I release but on top of the element. Okay, so let's do something on tap. Let's make self.x equal to 100. Okay, so we make this button go a bit further. Let's see, I click and release on top of the element to call the tap. As you can see, it gets changed. Let's do something like this. Self.x plus equal to 10. Look at this. Pam, pam. Alright. But if I click and release outside, it isn't seen as a tap. Alright. This is cool. I just let you see how to do animations, but we're gonna see this in another tutorial. If you have any questions, just ask in the comments and I'll be pleased to help you. See ya!